Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to meeting number 72 of Gabbys International Club. I am Toastmaster Sudhir, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Our club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a sergeant at arms, I must highlight some key points for today's meeting. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours, and we urge you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. Your video should be on and your audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called or need to speak. Regarding topics related to sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not restrict speaking on these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmasters clubs, we request everyone to be mindfully responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. We urge you to be cognizant that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring that there is no sexist, racist, or other undertone that creates hostility and discomfort for the members or guests. Now, let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. She is a POS and POSCO trainer who helps build inclusive workspace. She is also a communication and workspace skills coach. She is a CBSE English faculty who has helped more than 2,000 students ace the board examination. She is the person who put creativity, joy, and eagerness for learning and happiness as well. Please help me with the welcoming presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudhir for playing this role. Although this is something we experience, we witness happening week after week, every meeting, but still it seems as if certain things are good to be reminded to all of us. So he has set the ground rules right for all of us to remember during the entire duration of the meeting. So thank you once again, Toastmaster Sudhir, for doing that for us. Now with this, I declare meeting number 72 of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club to order. Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters and guests, I welcome each one of you to this meeting today. And with this, I would like to welcome the newest member of the Gabbys family, which is Toastmaster Sapna Agarwal. I don't think she's there in the meeting, but let's welcome Toastmaster Sapna in absentia. Welcome, Toastmaster Sapna. Okay, now right at the beginning, before we move ahead with the other things, I would like to announce one thing, something, which is a proud moment for us at the Gabbys. Now, some of our members went to participate in the division level contest last week. So distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta and Toastmaster Gauri represented us for the evaluation contest. Toastmaster Mahavir and distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta represented at the table topic contest. Then distinguished Toastmaster Nancy represented for the ISC. Well, we did our best. It was the division level. Gabbys is proud to have made its presence felt. But we are even more proud than that because we brought 2 trophies home, and both of them by distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. He bagged the 2nd position at the table topic contest and the 1st position at the evaluation contest. So yes, he is in for the next level now, for the district level. So a big round of applause for all those who participated, made their presence felt, and distinguished Toastmaster Saurav for being able to win these trophies, these laurels for himself. And all the very best to distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta for the district level contest of the evaluation contest. Now, we have some guests in the meeting. Yes, we have Sahana. Sahana, could you just quickly tell us something about yourself? Are you a Toastmaster? Are you a guest?
Hi, Jaspreet. I am a Toastmaster as part of Dells of the club. I have, because I was free, I came across this meeting and then I happened to join.
So this
I
is
have actually attended the previous district uh, division level contest, and I've seen Saurav's speech there. So yes, all the best to him for the next level.
thank
Yes,
you,
I
thank
am
you.
a guest here. Yes.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Okay.
I can also see Ganesh.
Yeah,
Ganesh, could you tell us something about yourself?
sure. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a part of Kerala Moderators, a corporate club. And yeah, I've seen, I'm not able to recall the names, but I remember the faces from Gabbys. And yeah, it's been interesting to hear their perspective. And of course, these are older clubs than the corporate club that I'm a part of. So always helps to learn from you guys.
All right. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great time and do share your feedback towards the end of the meeting with us.
Sure. Thank you.
We also have Yashika. Yashika, could you just unmute and tell us something about yourself? Are you
Hello,
a
everyone.
Toastmaster or a guest?
Yes, I am a Toastmaster. I'm a Toastmaster since 6 years now.
Oh,
So I just happened to have a conversation with Yogita today, and I thought I will come join in. So yeah, it's pleasure to be here, and I look forward to this meeting. Thank you so much.
all right. Thank you so very much. I can also see Pallavi. Pallavi Agarwal, could you just quickly tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I am CA Pallavi Agarwal from Lucknow. I have joined last few of the Gabbys sessions previously also, and I find it very interesting. I have recently become the Toastmaster and joined the online community of Toastmaster Club at Trishuli. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much. Welcome all of you over here and some of them who are guests over here visiting Toastmasters, but then they are not guests. They are an extended part of our family because we have them here every now and then. So let's move on further ahead from here. Now, we know about Toastmasters. We know about Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. He started this platform to encourage people for public speaking 100 years back now. Now, this is the 101st year that we are running ahead with. But do we know that many Toastmasters clubs in war-torn countries continued meeting even during the times of conflict? In places like Lebanon, Ukraine, and Afghanistan, members have met in underground shelters or shifted online just to continue building communication and leadership skills. So, Toastmasters does represent hope. Hope, why? Because they hold on to the belief that no matter what, whatever the world throws at us, the human spirit will continue to connect, learn, and lead ahead further. And keeping in line, in sync with this spirit of Toastmasters, Gabbys, which is a family of 3 clubs, meets thrice every week, also works towards this particular value absolutely to the core. We don't let any trauma hit us within the club. There may be ups and downs. There are. Whenever we are out on doing something, we do come across roadblocks, speed breakers, setbacks happen to us. But we are there, standing through thick and thin with each other. And that is what our Toastmaster of the day will make us navigate through. But before that, today, Thursday, a special meeting where we have a special guest to take us ahead with an educational session. We have the guest there with us, and I will let the Toastmaster of the day take up this particular thing ahead. Now, the Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. Now, who does not know her? I guess everybody over here within Gabbys, and anyone who has attended a Gabbys meeting ever knows who Toastmaster Sudharma Perera is. She is the past Vice President Education at the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, who took care of a whopping 160 meetings. 160 meetings. You guys can do the maths later on because we meet thrice every week. 160 meetings in a seamless manner. That's the beauty of this lady. Now she's serving as the treasurer of the club. So, as the treasurer, Sudharma continues to take care of the nitty-gritties of this particular role as well. Absolutely different from her previous role, but being done again in a seamless manner because that is the value of this person. So over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera. Please take the meeting further ahead from here and do tell us how to face trauma and overcome in a very successful manner. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudharma.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Shall we have a big round of applause to our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. First of all, I would like to remind you today's agenda. First, we have education sessions, and second, we have table topic, and we will have table topic evaluations also. So, dear Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, and guests, the meaning of trauma is in Greek wound. Can any of you tell me what do you feel about this meaning of trauma other than the definition, other than the words meaning? What do you feel? What do you think? What is your impression? Can you tell me? If you
A
are,
long-lasting
I
impact
can
of
ask
some
from
incident.
Rosma Smoothie. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Rosma Smoothie.
Yeah, trauma might be something which is a disturbing experience or something which is not comfortable in quite an intense manner. That's my understanding.
Thank you. Then we will move to our Pallavi Agarwal, Toastmaster Pallavi. What do you think? What is the trauma for you?
Again, for me, trauma is some shock or yeah, something that we are not pleased with. Uh, any experience that is very shocking for us. That's it.
Okay. Any experience that is a shock to you? Then last of the list, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Do you feel anything about trauma? You are expert in this word. What do you think about trauma?
A kind of setback that leaves a very bad impact on us. It is there to shake us off our feet, affects all the work that a person, the performance that a person has to give.
Okay. Thank you all three Toastmasters who gave their idea of trauma. As per Dr. Gabby Marty, I recently went through his podcast. The trauma is not what happened to you, it is what happened inside you as a result of what happened to you. That means what is inside in your brain or mind or what you feel about what happened inside you. As example, he is 80 years old. He was abandoned by his mother when he was 1 years old because of World War. So he felt like he was abandoned. So later, he is a workaholic doctor. He didn't care about his wife or something. He's only doing his job because of he want to prove himself as a person who is working very hard. But he realized because he felt in his childhood he was abandoned, he was not accepted. So he wanted to prove he is valuable. So he is a workaholic to the world. So if you are a workaholic, we can go through your journey and find you want to prove yourself. Do you want to validate yourself because you were abandoned in your history? Likewise, something inside you happened and you are reacting in this type, but it happened in your childhood. So, Toastmasters, as for Dr. Gabe Mate, there are 10 big traumas in our lives. Can anyone of you guess one or two? What happened to your life? There are 10 big traumas. In day-to-day life, we are experiencing it, but we don't think it is a trauma. Can anyone of you guess one or two at least? Tosma Sanjay, what about you? You want to
Anxiety.
guess? Hello?
Is it anxiety?
Anxiety is a result of trauma, not the trauma. Can I tell you? Big 10 traumas. First one, physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, or neglect, rancors divorce, parents rancors divorce, and parent is dying, and poverty, if there is a parent who is mentally ill, and poverty, I told, and racism or violence. So these are the big 10 traumas. Do you feel anyone if you have these traumas in your life? I felt after hearing this one, I felt I have three. Can you guess? I didn't know about three traumas out of 10. So I will talk about that result, and you can go through these 10 big traumas and think about your life. Did you have this kind of traumas in your life? You don't think, I know, but those are the things happen to you as a result of these incidents, the feelings. So today, our next session, we will go to our next sessions quickly. Today we have a special guest to educate us the art of creating powerful speech. He is a seasoned speechwriter and the founder of KeynoteCrafter.com, and he helps professional speakers around the world craft keynotes, not just deliver information. They inspire action and leave a lasting impact. He is the creator of the Keynote Catalyst system, a proven framework designed to turn good speeches into unforgettable ones. With a background in branding, storytelling, and structure, this speaker worked with speakers, CEOs, and change makers to ensure their message lands powerfully every time. Today, he is here to share that system with us and offer insights that elevate your next Toastmaster speech or your next keynote to whole new world. Please welcome Toastmaster Marty Suidgeest or the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. Over to you, Toastmaster Marty.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster. Welcome, everybody. Yes, I am Marty Suidgeest. I live in Las Vegas, United States. It is early in the morning for me, so good evening, good morning for me, good evening to all of you. Congratulations on the success some of you have had in the contest. That is very exciting. I'm a member of two Toastmasters clubs here. One is an in-person club, and the other is online. Been a Toastmaster for a little over 2 years now, and I've thoroughly enjoyed getting better, more competent as a speaker. And I especially have enjoyed and do enjoy writing keynote speeches. I began doing that, of course, for myself as I joined Toastmasters. Then as I improved with that, I started helping fellow Toastmasters prepare for their speeches and help them write their speeches. And eventually I decided to start a business of it called Keynote Crafter. So I see most of you are probably not on camera, but I'm curious of the speakers here. Sudharma, maybe you can help me out, but how many of the speakers here are in Toastmasters for personal growth? How many are here because they're required to speak for as part of their job? And maybe are some of you maybe have your own business that requires you to speak? Anybody? Okay. I guess this is not an interactive session. Okay. All right. Am I able to share my screen?
Yeah. You can share your screen.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for the warm introduction. I decided to change my presentation a little bit because I wanted to demonstrate the importance of not only storytelling, but of sharing who we are when we speak. So if you're a speaker that speaks for business purposes, even though you're primarily conveying key information, you want people to get to know you, understand you, and like you. So for me, in the case of my business called Keynote Crafter, I would do a presentation similar to the one I'll show you today. And the idea is that I am conveying some valuable information, how to craft a keynote speech. But as you'll see, I'm going to relate it to a hobby of mine, so that at the same time, you'll be able to get to know me more as a person. Okay, with that said, again, I'm Marty Suidgeest, founder of KeynoteCrafter.com. Sorry, I'm repositioning where the Zoom materials are. I'm excited to share with you a system that blends craftsmanship and communication. It's called the Wood Method, crafting speeches that stick, move, and inspire. So in our session today, we're going to talk about structuring the keynote, harnessing the power of storytelling, creating messages that stick, and you'll get a glimpse into what I call the Wood Method, which I use with clients. So we tend to remember stories much more so than we remember statistics. So yes, in some of our speeches, we may share statistics, but it is the stories that will truly resonate with our audience, especially if we can create the emotional connection and inspire action. So that's exactly what we want our speeches to do. As I mentioned, woodworking is a hobby. I've been doing that since I was a kid. I've been asked to do it professionally by various people when they see my work, but I've almost always just stuck with it as being a hobby. I recently, well, a year ago, I took on a new project, building a one-of-a-kind table, which combines wood with colored epoxy resin. I quickly realized that even though I had been woodworking for so many years, working with epoxy resin was a whole new thing for me. And I also realized that the process of crafting that table is a perfect metaphor for crafting a great speech. Here's the thing, I had never worked with epoxy resin before, so I wanted help with this. I wanted a really beautiful table as an end result. And so I sought out a mentor. So that's when I eventually met a gentleman named Andrew. And this is a picture here of his storefront. So he has a business called Reclaimed Secrets. He is a master craftsman. At this business, he sells very large slabs of wood that might be used to make countertops, perhaps a bar top, large tables, perhaps a conference room table. And he also makes such things for his clients in his shop. So the first step in building a masterpiece, whether it's a table or a speech, is finding someone who knows the craft, someone who can guide you, show the process, and help you avoid costly mistakes. Once I had a guide to help me, the next step was choosing a beautiful slab of wood. Now I use the word beautiful. Now I show you this picture. This is ugly. It's broken. It's cracked. It's falling apart. And it was sitting in the shop for years. Nobody could see any beauty in this piece of wood, but I saw potential. So when you craft a speech, it's a similar situation. You want to, in woodworking, I choose the wood, and for a speech, you choose what is your core message. So what is the raw material that you'll be shaping and building around? So my first step was I needed to really dust off this wood to see what was really there and see if I could really make something beautiful out of it. And you see that step right here. So I used an air compressor, and I started blowing all the loose pieces away. And as I did that and removed the dirt, the loose pieces, I could see the grain now and the character of the wood and the beauty underneath. In a speech, dusting off your idea means clarifying your message, getting down to its real, authentic essence. What really is the main point you'd like to deliver to your audience? Next, for my project, I had to build a frame around the slab. So in this picture here, you'll see that you can kind of see on either end is a piece of wood framing this in. And the reason it was necessary to frame it in is I was going to pour this liquid epoxy. If I didn't frame it in, the liquid would just spill outside the edges. So here in several places, I've created almost like a dam or a frame to hold it together. When crafting a speech, you need a structure. Your frame supports your ideas and keeps your message from spilling all over the place. Then came one of the most exciting parts, and that was starting with a clear resin and adding blue tint to it until it got to the shade of blue I was looking for. And I poured this resin into the gaps and we started to fill the many gaps in this slab of wood. So in table making, this was about adding emotion, color, beauty, personality to this project. Similarly, in speech crafting, this is where you add tone, storytelling, emotional connection. Now with making this table and working with the epoxy resin, my mentor taught me that I couldn't just pour a lot of resin at one time to fill this up. It was very important to do it in layers. If you pour a lot of resin at one time, what happens is this heats up before it cures, and you can and bubbles can come from underneath, kind of like a volcano, and it does not give you a good result. So it took patience and layers. So I was layering in additional depth to my table. Similarly, in a speech, you build richness through stories, examples, and meaningful transitions. After the blue resin was laid in, I started pouring layers of clear resin over everything. You can see that picture here. The clear resin created unity, a clean, polished look across the whole table. In a keynote speech, this is like adding a foundational phrase. I don't know if a foundational phrase is something that's discussed amongst your group or if that's more of a thing we talk about here, but a foundational phrase is a unifying line that brings all your points together and sticks in your audience's mind. Ideally, after you've given the speech, the next day, the next week, the next month, people still remember that foundational phrase. This foundational phrase should be something that is short, usually 8 words or less. It may include alliteration, it may include rhyming, and during your speech, you may state the entire phrase several times or certain words or pieces of that foundational phrase. Now, once the resin in my table cured, the refining work began. So I use this machine to level it. As we all know, a perfectly level table is very important. And this machine was a great help in doing this, so I didn't have to do it all by hand. After it was mostly leveled by the machine, now came the fine work, the sanding, which strangely makes the surface look worse before it gets better. In speech crafting, refining is your rehearsal. It's smoothing out the rough parts in your speech. It's sharpening your transitions. And it may feel messy at first, but it's what makes a polished masterpiece. In a keynote speech, this final polish is your confident delivery, saying your words with clarity and impact. Now, are you ready? Are you ready to see the final finished tabletop? So there it is. It's clear, glossy, stunning, a very beautiful and unique tabletop. Now, as we all know, no table is functioning unless it has a base. So it needed a very strong and stable base because it was a very heavy tabletop. So I had a metal worker craft this space that was specifically made for my table. And just like a tabletop needs support, your speech needs very strong delivery, which is your voice, your movement, your energy to truly stand tall. So I hope you've enjoyed this metaphor of crafting a table to crafting a keynote speech. You don't slap words onto slides, you craft a masterpiece, layer by layer, just like building this table. Every unforgettable keynote flows through this pattern. A hook, and hook your audience, get them engaged. Your core message. Storytelling, foundational phrase, and then ideally a strong closing. So I've used the word would as an acronym to describe my keynote crafting method. So it's called the WOOD method, where the letter W is for whittle, shape, and sharpen your core message. O is outline. Build a clear and very strong structure for your speech. And I should have said at the beginning, for those of you taking notes, I'd be happy to share this presentation if you would like. The second O is for orchestrate. Weave emotional resonance through storytelling. And D is for deliver. Polish your presence and command the stage. You don't wing a masterpiece. I don't know if you use that word over there. Wing it means you just quickly go through it. You craft it with intention, heart, and care. And that's exactly what your audience deserves. And that concludes my official presentation. I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Toastmasters, the floor is open for the question and answer session. So you can ask questions from Toastmaster Marty. You can use chat box also if you like to type. Yes, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Yeah, I have one question, sir. Uh, how to be effective to deliver? Because we can write a good speech, but delivering is very difficult. So your take on it, sir?
All right. Well, that could be another 30-minute class, but that's a great question. And I can give you a few tips that help me as I learned from various mentors over the years. Okay, here's an important one. When you're speaking in front of a group, you do not want to think of it as a performance. In a performance, think about maybe an Olympic athlete, a gymnast, and they're performing. And if they make a mistake, then they've kind of ruined their routine and they'll get a low score. So we don't want to think of it as a performance where we're afraid of making that mistake. We want to think of it as a conversation, especially if it's, let's say, here in Toastmasters or any other group where you know some of the audience members. Just think of it as a conversation you're having with friends. And furthermore, in a speech, if you can also think of it as a series of small conversations where you focus your eyes on one person as you're making one point, and then you move on, maybe focus on another person as you're making your next point. So that was a big one for me. Definitely practicing would be another tip, and which is an obvious one, but the more we practice with our delivery, then the more confident we get in our material, and we start to have to worry less and less about remembering the content of our speech, and we tend to feel more comfortable on stage. And now we can think about other aspects of delivery, like what am I doing with my hands? How am I using the stage? How am I moving around? My eye contact, my vocal variety. Am I raising my voice, lowering my voice? You know, those kinds of things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, for the questions. Anyone of you like to ask Another question from our speaker.
So something else I could do, I could leave my my link to my LinkedIn in the chat. And if anybody comes up with further questions, feel free to message me via LinkedIn and ask me there.
Yes, please. You can use the chat box to ask a question also, Toastmasters. And Toastmaster Marty will share his LinkedIn. And you can message to him and ask other questions also. Toastmaster Mita, do you have any questions? I can feel you have a question. You don't have a question. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Marty, for the valuable sessions. Yes, we need to find a mentor first and craft our speeches with a hook, message, story, and fundamental pace and a closing. Thank you very much for sharing this summary format for us to understand the speech crafting formula. Thank you very much. And once again, on behalf of all the Gabbys, I thank you and heartful thank for you. Thank you for joining us and giving us such a wonderful speech. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's been an honor to join your club on the other side of the world virtually here. And I wish you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you. Wish you the same, Toastmaster Marty. So, dear Toastmasters and guests, since we have enough time, shall we continue our theme? So, I explain you big 10 traumas. Can anyone of you remember not mine, Toastmaster Gabe Martes 10 big traumas? Can anyone of you tell me? At least one, please. I I explained 10. 10 out of 1, please. Toastmaster Sanjay, can you remember?
Personal fear trauma.
Personal,
Can you
not
repeat the
personal.
question, Toastmaster Sudharma?
I explained 10 big traumas that Dr. Gabe Marte explained. So, can anyone of you remember one of the 10? At least one, please.
Physical pain.
I,
Physical pain.
no. I will repeat them. No. Physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, neglect, parent being addicted, a parent dying, a parent being jailed, poverty, violence in the family, a parent being mentally ill, or racism. Those are the, I think this is more than 10 because I wrote it down. These are the 10 big traumas for a child. If you encounter a parent is divorcing, this will give a traumatic experience to a child because they have to they have to select one parent and there will be no peaceful environment in the home. There's an interesting finding. If you want to find that marriage life is happy marriage or bad marriage, what we can do? I will ask that question. What we can do? If you want to know that two people are married, they are happy or not, what you can do? We have two options. I give you one option to tell. You don't have any guess. First, we can ask from the couple, are you happy or not? As per Dr. Gabe Marte, we can check the stress level hormone of the children. That means cortisol level. So they have found if there is an unhappy marriage life or that person people are shouting and arguing, their children's stress level is high. So if you think when you are arguing and you are having a quarrel, I don't think because we are Toastmasters, we have four core values. So I think we are implementing that into our family. But normally in Sri Lanka we have divorce rate higher divorce rates. So I think it is a natural thing in the country that and the world also. So the cortisol level is high. That means the children can't do anything. The parents are quarreling and fighting. So their stress level is high. So that is a sign of unhappy marriage. So what happened to these children because of this? They feel abandoned, they feel anxiety, their stress level hormone is high. This is a they call self self adaptation to the situations, and it is a safe mechanism. This is short term, but the effect is long term. Can anyone of you guess what is the impact of these stress level hormones in our day to day life, in our work life? We feel stress, no? So you can tell easily what is the effect of this stress.
Heart related problem, mental problem.
Yes. Heart related problem, mental problem, depression, thin bones. That means our bone strength is becoming low, and heart problem, depressions, and belly fat, and clots in blood. So these kind of things happening. If you think it is because of your work, we don't know. It may be happen because when you are in your womb, your mother had high level of depression or stress level. It has been transmitted to you. So it is a genetic effect. So let's move on to our next session after the break and discuss these things. Please, please remind your stories. Did you have any kind of these stories with your friend? I have a lot of. I have remembered a lot of stories because of these podcasts. So if you remind remembered any of these stories, please share it with after this break. So we will have 5 minutes break. Now 7:47. We will come back 7:52. Please be ready with your welcome back, Toastmasters. We have 1 minute more. Okay. Before moving to table topic, did anyone of you can share a story related to trauma? Not
Okay, nothing about
your friend.
trauma, Toastmaster Sudharma. Was somebody else speaking?
No.
Okay. So you were talking about being happily married. You were talking something about that. So it reminded me, in India and especially Punjabis, what they say is there is nothing like happily married. Either you are happy or you are married. So there's nothing like happily married. So this is what occurred to me when you said how many are happy, stress level. So I think it's a taken for granted kind of a fact. Either you are happy or you are married. There's no combination. The combination is made by the ones who are not married. Once they are on this side of the line, then they know the hard truth. So that
Thank you for sharing. So it's like that, no? But these days I am searching the happily married people. I don't know whether they are in the YouTube or in their photos they are happily married.
count us in,
But
count us in. We are there in the list.
okay, thank you so much, Jaspreet. But I think, although they are married or happy, they have not given trauma to their life, their children, because of their balance in their married life. So, if we can't balance your life with your partner, it will affect to your children. So, that is the main message. So, if you want to divorce, please think about later. Yeah, if your friend is going to divorce, please ask them to settle their children's mindset first and divorce. Because we are in a world, we are thinking the independency, pursuing your dreams are the best thing rather than depending on one person. But because of children's, some people are hesitating. but some people are going forward and doing this kind of things. But later, when their children are married, they can't settle with their partners because they are thinking the partner will do same thing what their mother or father did. So that's the reality. So those who are not married or married, please think about this a little bit, because that was a new knowledge to me. So I am sharing because I want to share this in platform. So let's come back to my story. Let me tell you one story of mine. Last November, I went to a trip with my friend. So we are climbing a mountain. Yeah, that's all. So I couldn't because I was overweight and I have a big belly. So my friend was accusing me, Sudharma, do exercises. Okay, you can do sun salutation. I told, I am doing sun salutations. This is my inborn belly. Yo, so I can't reduce it. If you want to reduce belly fat, you want to do leg raises also. I was showing my knowledge of yoga. She is telling, no, you do exercises properly. We were in a car, our parents were out to buy something. The driver can't understand, we guess English, so we were speaking English to reduce, to minimize the shame on me. So I was very angry, but I was keep telling myself this is inborn belly fat, so I can't reduce it because I know it from my childhood. So I don't want to worry. So I didn't think about that. So what I did, I was reducing my fat by dieting. So with this Dr. Gabe Marte's video, I identified the belly fat was a result of my experience in my childhood. So it is not a fun fact actually, but that I realized something wrong in my body, but I didn't know. But I came to a realization. So same as for my friend, the friend was studying with me, chartered accountancy, but she wanted to make a social life. She joined CA Student Society. She was in social bubble, I was in isolate bubbles, like our Toastmaster Shubham explained last meeting. She was in our societies and making conferences and all. I was in my bubble. So we separated. So later in 2023, she told me I was searching this social life because of my childhood trauma. At that time, I didn't know about any trauma because I was new to these big words. So last week only I realized what she meant. Because of family struggle she had no family protection, social life. She skipped education and went to social life and she couldn't do CA. She is now regretting it. Now she is following CA journey. Because of these traumas, we didn't know, but we are following separate paths rather than our ambition of life. Sometimes we don't know any purpose because of these feelings inside of us, what happened to us. So, Toastmasters, anyone of you like to share anything now? I have shared two, I have another two, but I don't want to share it like a solo session. So, anyone of you like to share one story at least? No one has that kind of stories. Okay. Okay. Then let's move to our next session. We have our interesting session now. We have interesting Toastmaster also. 20 years old, passionate Toastmaster who is pursuing BTech, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. He is a practitioner of computer science and communication. He is none other than Toastmaster Prasad. Toastmaster Prasad, over to you.
Yeah, I'm audible. Hello, I'm audible.
You're audible and visible.
Yes, we
Okay,
can hear you.
let's start the session now. Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest present here. I am Prasad Ghumare, your table topic master for today's session. Welcome to the table topic session. Table topic section. Many of us consider
So,
this the
sorry,
most challenging.
sorry, Toastmaster Prasad. Sorry, Toastmaster Prasad. I couldn't introduce the timer. So, in your session, please welcome our timer and ask her to explain all.
Can I continue?
Yes, Prasad. Just that you have
Yeah.
to invite the timer to explain the rule before you start with the session.
Okay. We have timer today, Sree Lakshmi, where he analyzing the table topic session, where it it is very crucial to I assign you a table topic to it, where each speaker will get a 1 to 3 minute of time. You need to speak a minimum of 1 minute or maximum of 2 minutes to qualify for the polling, where the green card will be shown at 1 minute and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. You will get an additional 30 seconds grace time to wrap up your speech. And by 2 minutes or 30 seconds. Over to you, timer, Sri Lakshmi ji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Table Topic Master Prasad. I believe you've already covered the rules, but yeah, just to highlight again, I would just help with the three cue cards. So, as mentioned by Toastmaster Prasad, I will be raising the green card, which would be at 1 minute. So, each speaker needs to qualify for the round. They need to speak for a minimum of 1 minute. Okay. And at 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be raising the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will be raising the red card. And as mentioned by Toastmaster Prasad, there is a grace time of 30 seconds to wrap up your speech.
Okay.
And we'll also be having the table topic evaluation session, which would be followed by just 30 seconds for each speaker. Yeah. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Prasad.
Thank you. Here we go. Many of us consider this is the most challenging and the most rewarding part of the Toastmaster meeting. And rightly so, because the table topic prepare you for the impromptu speaking and the help training us to quickly organize and express our thoughts. We can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech, has an opening, a body, and the conclusion. During the table topics, I will invite a member or a guest to attempt a table topic. I will give out the topic once the participant confirms their willingness to attempt the topic. While you are free to volunteer, we may not be unable to accommodate your all the volunteers. At the Gabbys, we believe in giving an opportunity to all those who are more keen to participate and those who needed a little nudge to get out from his comfort zone. I will be using the discretion as a table topic master. In case we are not unable to give opportunity to a volunteer, please don't be disheartened. There is a always one more meeting. There is a never dearth of the opportunities Toastmaster. Okay, it's time to assign the topic. Okay, who has take the topic first? Guest master. Krishna, would you like to take the topic? Okay. We have Amruta Deshmukh. Would you have to take the topic?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Please turn on your camera, please.
Sorry, I'm not able to switch on the camera.
Okay. Are you Toastmaster or guest?
I'm a Toastmaster.
Okay, okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. If you losing your phone was a movie, then what the title be?
If I losing my phone and it was a movie, am I right?
What would be the title? Yeah.
Title for the movie when I losing my phone is like
Yeah.
freedom.
Hmm.
Freedom.
because now we are so obsessed with our cell phones. Even when I went for family dinner or for dinner with my colleagues or friends, all the time we are, chatting through mobile and discussing some apps or something like that. We are so used to it. Even when we used to earlier go for travel, when we stop the car and ask for the destination, how can we go there, how can we go, now we have Google Maps. So we don't have freedom. You can look at the different perspective. We can't really communicate to other. We just so absorbed, and we are just so, the technology and stuff, that we are going forward. But I think we have to go backward as well, to connect with the real people, to connect physically with each other, and that gives you a real connection in the longer run. If I meet you, Prasad, and I will constantly on my phone and I constantly check my phone, it's surely a disrespect for you. And that's how it works in today's world, because we are so used to it. So if I drop my phone at my place and then I meet you, maybe we discuss about Toastmaster and something else, and we connected towards that, and we bonded towards that. So that will be a real freedom. And if I'm going to make a movie on this, so title should be Freedom. That's my take on this. Back to Toastmaster Prasad.
Yeah, it will be a real problem in the today's world. Okay, here we go to the next. Who would like to take the topic first? Okay, Harish, would you like to take the topic? Harish. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Just turn on your camera. Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What's the most valuable lesson you have learned from your epic personal disaster?
Okay. What is the valuable lesson which I have learned from my epic personal disaster? The answer is very simple. I have yet to come across any personal disaster which has taught me any lesson. Notwithstanding that, one should not wait for a personal disaster to happen. That is what I feel. Lessons are learned every now and then. Lesson which I'm learning now after hearing a table topic, that is a lesson. Lesson I learned when I got up this morning, when my cute little dog and came and jumped on me. That was a lesson that how selflessly you can shower love on someone else. Lessons are learned everywhere, anytime, any place. You don't have to wait for a personal disaster to happen. Why we have to be so pessimistic? Be optimistic. Be open. Be like a sponge. And the lessons will come in, seep in that lesson every now and then. Now, coming from an automobile background, selling Japanese cars, some concepts like Kaizen is deep rooted in my DNA as a salesman. Because Kaizen teaches you that every day you can have that incremental change in yourself. How can you have that change? By learning a lesson, by doing something good, by improving yourself, talking about progress, talking about knowledge, talking about relationship. Every now and then you can learn a lesson and imbibe it, follow that lesson and be a better person. That is what I would like to say about this topic. I will never wait for a disaster to happen. I'm open. That's it from me. Back to you, table topic master.
Okay, that well said. Okay. Here we go next. Uh, who wants to take the topic now? Elios, would like to take the topic?
Yes, can I?
Yes. Okay. Describe the most traumatic food experience you have had at the restaurant.
Can you repeat it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Describe the most traumatic food experience you had at the restaurant.
Okay. Can you hear me and see me before I start?
Yeah.
Yes?
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start. Yeah, okay. I'll start. Oh man, what is this food? Too spicy. How much chili you put in there? I feel stomachache. Ugh. Come on, waiters. Come here, come here. How much chili did you put it here? It is too hot. Call the manager. I want to see. I want to say something to the manager. Mr. Manager, do you know I have been a loyal customer to this restaurant. I have tasted almost all the food. I always love the spicy one, but this time it is too spicy. I feel traumatic. And I believe that I will stay in my toilet for 3 days onward. I cannot take it. It's too hot to handle. And yes, Mr. Manager, please next time, you should try it. You should try it first before you serve it to us, the customer, especially to your loyal customers. And why I said this to your restaurant, because I care. If I don't care, I'll just give you 0 rating or 1 rating on the star, and we'll give you bad review about it. So what can you do to help me this time? And at that time, the manager gave me another one that is less spicy that I can handle. So yes, the most important thing that we learned from this traumatic moment is to say it, stand up for it, and you will get something as a feedback because you are giving feedback. Back to you.
Okay. That's the new experience I had to hear from you. Okay. Next. Pallavi Agrawal, you would like to take the topic?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Your topic is, what's one weird but effective way you calm yourself after a stressful event?
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening, all distinguished guests and Toastmasters. Uh, One of the weird way of calming myself when after a stressful event is just sitting, just going towards the fridge and getting myself a full ice tray and chilling it out myself with ice cubes, keeping that ice cubes in my arm or in on my eyes, and setting myself relaxed, feeling the cold, feeling the all calmness in my whole body, and counting with the counting 1 to 10 so that my body get relaxed, and thanking God so that I had such a although exhausted but a successful event, and I had full time and my body was with me, and my all my colleagues or my family was there to help me out, so that it turned out to be although stressful but a happy and memorable day. and it turned out to be one more landmark, one more successful event. And I thank God for having a pleasant time. And yeah, so this is how I chilled myself, and yeah, that is one of the weird way, but I love the ice or having ice cream. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good way to cope up your stressful moment from your certain things, ice cream and your favorite food. Get rid of your stress. Okay, next, who would like to take the topic next? Okay, Mansa, would you like to take the topic? Then we have.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I would like to go.
Yeah. Go for it. Your topic is if all your embarrassing moment were broadcast on TV, what's the first episode's name? Episode name.
Uh, uh, Hello, all. I'm Mansa. I'm from Bosch Rock
Yeah.
Counter Toastmaster Club. Could you please repeat the question again?
Yeah. If all your embarrassing moment were broadcast on TV, what's the first episode name? Can you please turn on your camera?
Sorry, I will not be able to turn on.
Okay, go for it.
Maybe I will go for a cooking because initially I was not so good at cooking, and still sometime I struggle when I had to prepare something for cook something sweets and all. I struggle a lot. Maybe I will go with the cooking only. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, that's when you wants to name the cooking show.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go to the next participant who want to. Ajay, would like to take a topic?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, your topic is if failure is the best teacher, what's the funniest lesson it's taught you?
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for such an interesting topic. If failure was a teacher, what's the best lesson it's taught me? Well, fortunately for me, failure has been a teacher constantly all throughout my life. It's never left my side, whether it was from the time that before I got to school also, my first teacher was always failure. Even today, I look upon it as a constant companion in everything that I do in. So if I look at what I did yesterday, I'm sure there are a couple of things that I failed in yesterday. So because of which failure is constantly by my side. And that's a great thing. Because having failure at your side is the best thing to happen. Because you're not worried about failing anymore, because it's always with you. It's always teaching you. It's always telling you what is it that you could keep doing better. I have a simple belief in life that you can become a better version of yourself at every point of time. And that doesn't mean after 10 years, after 15 years. You can be a better version of your time every day, every week. And every opportunity that you get when you fail, you learn and you grow. So, my dear friends, I think failure doesn't teach me one lesson. Failure has taught me thousands and lakhs of lessons. And that is a much better way. Because if you only have success, then you get complacent. Then you feel, okay, I've arrived in life. But when you have failure constantly by your side, you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always becoming the better version of yourself. So failure teaches you that there is a better version of yourself waiting around the corner. take my hand and accept me. And when you do that, that, my dear friends, is the best way to become a better version of yourself. And that's the best. Thank you.
Okay, that's the great take to learn from the failure. It is the best teacher. Okay, we're moving ahead. Who wants to take the topic next? Sarwan Kumar would like to take the topic?
Yes, Toastmaster
Yeah,
Prasad.
you can turn on your camera if you're comfortable.
Uh, yes, but it is raining. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your topic is, what's the most dramatic plot twist you have experienced in your daily routine?
Dramatic plot. Sometimes, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, my mind goes to beyond this dimension and I see this world in a different way. When I see every person I meet every day, it appears to be a drama. It appears to me a kind of character that comes into my life. Either they help me or they exploit me or they just pass through. So this is what I have been experiencing every day. So in that way, if we see this world, everything is happening appears to me a dramatic way of life. If you want me to point a particular incident, it required a full-length speech, 7 minutes, maybe 6 minutes or 7 minutes. So I could not find one particular incident to explain within a short period. But even joining Toastmasters is also a kind of a dramatic way, and seeing all the players, role players, is also kind of drama. It's happening now, right now. So you are playing as a table topics master as a player, and I'm answering to your question is also a kind of my character is playing something. And a lot of people playing the timer role and the Toastmaster of the day is one role. All are playing a drama in the illusion of learning communication, in the illusion of developing ourselves. But the real development happens within. Though it is true, but we still try to join these kind of clubs and then try to improve. But actually, it happens within. That is the reality, and whatever happening outside is a drama. That's my take on this topic. Over to you. What's your take on this, Toastmaster Prasad?
Yeah, drama is everywhere. Okay, great take. Okay, moving ahead.
I think Toastmaster Yogita raised her hand.
Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Yogita, would you like to take the topic?
Yeah, if you would like to give me one, I don't mind.
Okay, your topic is, how would you write a breakup letter to your favorite junk food?
Come again.
How would you write a breakup letter to your favorite junk food?
Dear Momos, with a heavy heart, I regret to inform you that it's my 10th attempt of leaving you. I know we have been together in this from quite some time. You and I, we are inseparable. You complete me. You bring me bliss, happiness. When I'm sad, you get me happiness. When I'm happy, you bring me, you add up the spice in my life. How can I let go of you? But as they say, addiction of anything is bad. And my dear Momo, I am badly addicted to you. The moment I step out and I spot a man selling you, I can't believe that I'm not able to control my feet, and I land up into that shop and I say, can I please have a plate of momos? But now it's enough. It's traumatic. You're disturbing my health. You're playing havoc with my stomach. I have to leave you. But don't worry. You know, as they say, maybe we can connect sometimes in weekend. Nonetheless, I'm not committing to anything. But yeah, consider this as the final goodbye. And if ever we cross paths again, tell me that you don't need me, because I will never be able to face you directly. I love you so much that I'm weeping badly while writing this letter, but I'm sure you are so nice that you would understand my feelings. See you again, maybe in the next life, but surely. Yours truly, Yogita Upadhyay.
Okay, that's the very deepest breakup letter. I also feel from my throat problem. I also miss ice cream as well. Okay, we have time to take more topics. Anyone would like to take?
One more topic only, please.
Okay, who would like to take the topic? Okay, in my radar, Raja Balaji. Okay, Raja Balaji, would you like to take the topic?
Yes, I'd like to take the topic. Am I audible?
Oh, yeah, you are audible. You can turn on your camera.
Sorry, it's there's a power cut in my home, so it will be black if I turn on.
Okay. Okay. Your topic is describe your most awkward school moment, like wearing the wrong uniform on the wrong day.
Thank you so much for this topic.
Yeah.
Awkward moment in the school days. I don't think so. I will wear properly my uniforms. So on one day, I mistakenly wear color uniform. At that time, I want to wear a school uniform, but on that day, I wear color uniform and I entered to the class, and all people started seeing me differently because I was dressed in a jeans shirt and a jeans pant. So that was the time Tamil sir called me and gave me punishment. Why are you wearing this kind of dress? And this time you want to wear uniform, and he gave me punishment. So that time I cannot forget that moment. So that's the one thing I want to remember. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the great tip. Okay. I have the same experience also in my school days. Okay. We have time to take more topics. One more. We have time left.
No,
No, we can conclude.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, who would like to take the topic? Okay, Leon, would you like to take the topic?
Yes, sir. Yes, Toastmaster. Table topic.
Okay. Please turn on your camera, please. I can see you. I want to see you. Okay, that's great. Okay. Your topic is if you could go back in time and undo one embarrassing moment, what would it be?
If I would go back in time and undo an embarrassing moment, definitely I would like to undo the awkward moments of my life. For
Yeah.
example, if for example, if my flyer was open, if my pants flyer was open in front of a girl, that would be a really awkward moment for me. Definitely. But keeping aside, I think all of us would really want to uh, remove times when they had done mistakes, because mistakes are not something which we really plan for or we really want to be. A success line always has to be, if you have to plot it in a graph, the straight z-axis or the y-axis, so a line's really going up. So of course lately it has come to me to an understanding that mistakes are a part of success also. So I'm not assuming that part of it. So, most of us, maybe if you work in a call center like for around 3 years and then you come to know your experiences of no much use, that would be maybe a mistake which I would really try to remove from my life. And when I remove that, I would go back and I would replace it with something which I really cherish. Maybe I would like, uh, in my field, a technical field, or maybe something with operations or something like that. Maybe that would be really good because I would influence a lot more people, though it would be a much more challenging job in my perspective. Back to you, table topic master. Thank you for this chance.
Okay, welcome. Well said. Okay, it's time to wind up the session now. Very interesting experience I have. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasad. Thank you, Toastmaster Prasad, for continuing the table topic sessions, more than 8 topics and interesting topics. I was not trying to try a table topic because I was afraid very creative table topics, how to respond. So thank you for being very creative and I was enjoying this session. So shall we have a big round of applause to our table topic master for such wonderful topics? I am worrying about our table topic evaluator because 8 topics he has to evaluate all. So we will wait until he prepares. So our timer for today is a finance professional later. Now she is a project manager, I guess, yes. So Toastmaster Lakshmi, can you present your timer's report for the table topic session?
Sure. Toastmaster of the day. So we had 10 speakers for the table topics, and there's only one
I
disqualification.
can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So we had 10 speakers today for table topics, and there is only one disqualification, which is our guest Manasa. Rest all of them are qualified. Yeah, thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. Hope you can hear me. Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi, for time in 10 topics and continuously on the screen. Good job. Thank you very much. So, let's move to our theme of the day, trauma. And with regards to the stress level, I was talking about stress as a result of trauma, not day-to-day stress. Stress is happen because we are not happy about anything. If we are doing something with our own heart, it is like a passion to us. So if we are experiencing any stress, it is because we are not engaging with that activity. So all the stress levels are not bad as Toastmaster Bindu mentioned, but I am talking about stress as a result of traumatic experience. So Toastmasters, before moving to our table topic evaluations, any one of you like to share a story about traumatic experience with others? Not your story, but about others. Any one of you like to share something? Okay, Toastmaster Prasad.
Yeah, thank
Welcome.
you. Yeah, thanks for the chance. So,
Yes.
talking about the traumatic experience, right? It is something which is related with the speaking only. I remember the day, first year my college, I was called upon the stage in front of class, and then I was just asked to introduce myself. And I remember, like, I kind of froze. I could not introduce myself first in English, and then the teacher gave me chance to introduce myself in my native language. That was Hindi, but still I could not do so. And that is, I think, one of the traumatic experience I have, which no, sometime I get the flashback of that. Uh, but because of that, over the time I worked on my English, and I joined the Toastmaster also, and I can see, there has been improvement in my speaking, and I can speak in front of all of you. Yeah, that's the one of my traumatic experience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasad. Yes, you have taken the corrective action to correct your traumatic experience, the Gabbys and the Toastmasters. I am sure you will experience a beautiful experience in future. This traumatic experience will be removed from your memory. It will override by your keynote speeches, the Toastmasters speeches. You will be a competent speaker in future, and this traumatic experience will be removed from your memory. So I am sure 100% all the best, Toastmaster person, for your future speeches with Toastmasters. That is a corrective actions taken by Toastmaster person. So what we can do to remove this traumatic experience? We can meditate, we can use yoga, and we can get a therapy or counseling session. I can remember I didn't know anything about this trauma or something. So, but I got a counselor's session, and I started to do meditations. I started to do yoga. I didn't know anything, but I was like, I want to do these things like a habit, and I want to know new things. That's what I did. But I got to know because of these things, I was calm and I was not stressed about anything at work or in my life because the corrective actions happened to me without knowing. It's a blessing. But if your friend or your colleague or someone in your life is in a depression level, or someone in your life experiencing some bad experience in this area in her or his life, in his chapter, we can ask them to do corrective actions like see a therapist or start meditations or do yoga or something like that. They can be get a they can get a relief from their traumatic experience. Anyone of you know the podcaster like Mel Robbins and Lewis? Anyone of you know these podcasters? Mel Robbins and Lewis? No one? If you don't know, you can go to their podcast and see. There are these kind of podcasts were published in their YouTube channels. They have expressed themselves about their childhood traumas. I don't know how they are very open to these conversations, but they have witnessed to these traumas and they have experienced and they have come back from these traumas because of this self acceptance and following these kind of methods. So what I want to tell you today, this is not about trauma session or something. What I got to know, I want to share with you because in your life, in any chapter in your life, you will encounter those kind of people. I am 100% sure because I am encountering these kind of people. I think I had no empathy. I was thinking, too sensitive people, why this kind of drama? But this dramas, behind that drama, there was a story. We don't know actually why these people have a drama, because some emptiness in their childhood or personal life, we don't know. So we can't judge people, we can't judge ourselves, because we are not responsible to what we feel. We are responsible only to what we do. So, dear Toastmasters, if you encounter dramatic person in this Toastmasters journey, yeah, there are a lot of people in your workplace. Be kind, be kind person to yourself as well as your other colleagues, because we don't know what is happening. We have to be kind always. So let's move on to our table topic evaluations. We have our new VP Educations of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Rahul V. Toastmaster Rahul, over to you.
Thank you for that warm welcome, Osman Sulema. And yeah, just for information, I just lost power. It's not for FX that I'm in this black room, but yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
let
We
me.
can see.
Yeah, thank you. Let me start with my first table topic speaker. That would be Toast, I believe, Amruta, Toastmaster Amruta. So, okay, fine. Let me start. So, your topic was if losing your phone was a movie, what would the title be? And you gave such a good, response, saying it was freedom. And you also explained it like very beautifully, saying that, these days people are so engrossed in the phone that freedom would be the one that we would choose if given the option. That was a powerful way to put a speech. But what I would definitely like in your speech is that if you could include some characters, say that, XYZ characters and give us an example or, just include it in it so it feels more relative or, relatable to us. But apart from that, I loved your topic and that was a good take on it. And let me move on to my next speaker. That was the Arish, I believe. Oh yeah, Arish. I will see Arish. And for you, it was a valuable lesson you have learned from epic personal disaster. And you said no disaster itself. You have not faced any disaster where you felt you could have learned any valuable lesson from. And you have such a positive outlook on the topic, saying that, that I wish nothing but good for people. And it was a very pessimistic person you are. I love that. But one thing which didn't like suit the answer you gave is that you told us when you were riding a car, and it kind of contradicted for me when I looked at it. And so that's one thing which I would say is that the setting of the the take you take on it should match. But apart from that, also loved the way you gave it on it. And next, coming to Toastmaster Ilios and your traumatic food experiences. Wow, I was very taken back by the way you acted, showing that that it was really a spicy food and it was one of your favorite restaurants. I was very much engulfed in your story that I forgot to evaluate it. And the only thing which I could say is that maybe like put it a more better story format so it'll be even more interesting. Thank you for your table topics as well. And let me move on to our next table topic speaker, that was Pallavi. Before I move on, Pallavi, I just like to ask you, are you a Toastmaster or a guest? Okay, fine. Since I haven't got a response, I'll just assume it.
She is a Toastmaster.
And you said Toastmaster. Okay, thank you. So you said ice cream. Wow. It is an effective way which all of us could relate to. And this is a topic which I felt you could have done the most out of. You picked a very good answer, but you forgot, like, you didn't give a good elaboration on it. I would have definitely loved to hear a story or two on why you choose ice cream. And maybe you could even give us a funny example as to, at times when ice cream would help you. But apart from that, good take on it. And again, keep on giving more table topic sessions so you get good at it. And next, coming to Manasa. And your topic was if embarrassed broadcast on TV, what would be the first episode name? And you said cooking. But one thing is that, like since you started this thing, it was a good take on it. And one thing I'd like to note to you is that you were almost 57 seconds. If you just spoken for more 3 seconds, you're qualified, you just mark the line. Only one thing which I keep telling you is that, keep giving it, so you get more experience in it and, have fun with it, don't think of it as more of a burden. Table topic is a way of fun expression thing. As you keep giving it, it'll be more fun for you. That would be my, evaluation for you. And coming to next is Toastmaster Ajay. And for you is, if failure is the best teacher, what's the funniest lesson it taught? And you said your first teacher is failure. And you gave us a lot of, a motivational kind of, take on it, which was inspiring. But one thing which I would like to tell you is that, the question was, what was the funniest learn you lesson from it, which you forgot to give, you didn't give us a funny lesson that you learned from it. My thing was that, next time, try to go along with the, what the table topics was, ask. But apart from that, love that as well. And next, coming to Toastmaster Shravan. For you, it was a dramatic plot experience in life. You had very good pauses and speech had a very good flow. And you also gave a very good, an example, saying that, even being a part of Toastmasters, it was a very dramatic experience and all that. But I would have liked one thing which in the ending, it felt like there was not much punch to it. Next time, I would ask you, when you end the, your topic, you could just give a powerful punch, or, can just maybe ask a relative question and end with it. And next, coming to Toastmaster Yogita. And your topic was a breakup letter to your favorite junk food. And you said momos. And it was a good award winning kind of story. And, it really felt very heartfelt. And I can say that you really did mean it. So I don't have really much of a recommendation because it felt really heartfelt to me, and I don't have much recommendation to you. And next, coming to, I believe, Toastmaster Raja. And your thing was, you said, wearing color uniform was the awkward moment, or, one of the awkward moments you faced in school. One thing is that, only one recommendation that, once you say that, it's a color uniform, you could just continue the story. What do you felt like, maybe what happened on the day, like when you wore the uniform, how people said, or, how you felt, and maybe just elaborate a little bit more so we get a more take on what you mean. But apart from that, once again, a good take on that as well. And ending with, I believe, Toastmaster Leon. And for you, it was, if you go back in time and undo one embarrassing moment, what would be? Yours had a very good touch on the topic where you gave your own personal experience. And that was a very good thing, relating the topic to your own personal experience and giving on that. What I did miss was there was not a good flow of the speech. Next time, when you give a table topic, just in a way that there's a flow, it start ending and you can conclude it. But apart from that, I enjoyed today's table topics and also speakers who took part in it. And I would definitely say thank you. And I would like to hand the stage back to our Toastmaster today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. Back-to-back evaluation of 10 speeches and without power also. Hard work. Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, once again for your hard work and inspiring these evaluations. With this, the parting words. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. You are not responsible for your feelings. You are responsible for your acts only. With this, I will hand over to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Jaspreet. Toastmaster Jaspreet, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sudharma. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudharma for bringing up this topic and trying to do justice with the topic in whatever limited time was there. Now, during this meeting, listening to her take the way, the kind of research she had done on the topic, I'm reminded of one thing. We say, count your blessings. So today, when you are asking that share your trauma, I was so happy nobody could raise hands. Even if somebody did, it was for something which, certain things happen. But today, when we look back on them, we can laugh at them. So that is not trauma. These are lessons that life has taught us. And we are so blessed children of God for having faced these kind of traumas. You shared examples of people facing trauma, coming under the impact, rising up from there, and then sharing with people is what actually trauma does to people. But then there are few brave hearts who can come up. So thank you very much. These kind of reminders, I think we need to keep on giving ourselves to be able to understand God is kind. God is really kind towards us. So thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day. A big round of applause once again for you. Thank you very much. Now, we have guests there in the meeting as well. So Toastmaster Pallavi. Toastmaster, I guess, right? Pallavi. Pallavi, you're a Toastmaster, right?
Yes, I recently joined just 2 weeks back.
Okay, so you were here throughout the meeting. A quick feedback, a quick free feedback.
As usual, I love to join Gabby's Toastmaster Club, and there's so much learning from here. I love the evaluation part. I love each and every moment. And today, the topic of the table topic were also very interesting, and there was so much takeaway from here. So thank you so much. It's always pleasure joining the Toastmaster Gabby's
Thank you very much, Pallavi. Hope that you keep on joining us meeting after meeting every time. It's really wonderful to have guests because that tells us that yes, we are doing good work, and that also inspires us to keep on doing good work. And now, Kendall Cato. Kendall, you joined a bit late today, I guess. Are you there? Can you just unmute and say something? What part of the meeting you joined? What did you like? Or something you want to suggest?
Yes. Yes, good day. I joined a bit late this morning, missed some of the session, but I enjoyed the topics. Quite different from our club, a unique topics that is, and the evaluation of the table topics was quite good as well. So I look forward to attending more meetings again in the future and try to be on time next time. Thank you.
That's so nice of you. Thank you very much, Kendall. Okay, now, as it is Gabby's tradition, the woes and the wows, what went wrong and what was good. So we had an educational session. There was great crowd, but the moment the session was gone, the crowd dipped. So that is something I think we need to work upon. And I think Toastmaster Yogita, there are certain things that we can discuss. How to hold back the crowd. We'll discuss it in the XCOM. Role takers, especially the ones who take it up for the first time, the ones who are new, need to gear up a little bit. Okay, yes, I missed. Yes, Leon, Toastmaster Leon. Please, you also joined a bit late. Please share your feedback in a quick 10 to 15 seconds. We are running late.
All right. She said 10 to 20, 16 seconds. So correctly. So timer, please make a note of that. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, first of all. I've been part of Gabby's meeting, looking here and there, learning from it. Especially, I wasn't there for the whole part of it, but what I could learn from it, I'd like to just share a little bit very quickly. So I like the way, especially how different people came up and gave different speeches. Of course, having 10 speech slots, so was a real good thing. And plus you had evaluation. That is a real eye-opening to me. Speaking about things which are not easy to speak about, both awkward moments are not easy, as well as the other one which you just mentioned today. That was also not easy. But having said that, we can learn from other people's mistakes, and when moments like that happen to us, we do know how to react. That's something which we could learn from other person and another person. So the same situation happens to me, I know how to react. I could just copy paste something. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hope to see you in our meetings and have many more meetings like this. Back to you. I think time is up.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Leon, for that feedback that you gave. Thank you very much. Now, fine. So I was saying that the ones who are the role takers who take it for the first time or the second time, just brush up a little bit, connect with the VP, connect with your mentors before and even after. That helps a lot because we need to keep on fine-tuning ourselves every now and then. Now, the table topic master did a good job. Prasad, he's there? Yes. So he did a good job and topics were good. But Prasad, just one thing. The table topics should be shorter in length. It should not be a complete sentence. That creates confusion for people. And because we know people from different nationalities are here. Within our country, there are so many dialects going on. that it becomes difficult to understand. We have people coming from different countries also. So let's make it easier and more crisp for them to understand. The topics were good, but when the speaker has to ask you, can you please repeat the topic? So the crux goes away. You understand? So the same thing can be made more compact, and connect with your mentor, connect with the VP, and I'm there. Any doubt, any problem, connect with me. I'll tell you how to do this. There's a trick that you need to follow. You'll be able to do that. But otherwise, you did a great job. And yes, so that's it regarding the woes and the vows. Now, the result is also there with me. Now, the table topic speaker, the best one. I don't think we need to make a guess as well. Because I think she needs to CC that letter to all of us. We may change the name of the receiver, or we may add more receivers over there. For her, it was Momos. For the others, it may be Momos plus something. So the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Yogita. Congratulations. I think that letter is the need of the hour. Get it printed somewhere so that everybody is able to access it, and at least some of them will imbibe that. So congratulations. And this was actually impromptu skill, thinking and speaking, and it was a ready-made letter that came out. Loved it. And the best role taker. So Toastmaster Yogita, correct me if I'm wrong. We have two people over here, right? We have one. Okay. So what does the second one mean? So the best role taker is table topic master, right? Table topic master, Toastmaster Prasad, a big round of applause. Okay, so what it means is that the others also were just one vote here and there. So it was a neck to neck thing because everybody put in the right kind of efforts, the equal efforts, just one plus one and minus one. But otherwise it was Toastmaster Prasad, the table topic master of the day. So congratulations, Toastmaster Prasad, for that. And with this, I would like to adjourn today's meeting. And with this one announcement that again, we have the next meeting coming up on Saturday, 10 a.m. IST. So be there, join us and enjoy the fun, and keep joining us week after week, meeting after meeting, so that this work in progress continues. Thank you and have a great day.
Good night.